Only fools would walk away, but we're standing here today. Through the storms and history, only fools and SAFC. Sunderland till the day I die, underneath the west side sky. Through it all we still believe, only fools and SAFC.
Hello all, how are we getting on? Hope you're alright. Hope you've recovered from that disappointing defeat at the weekend. So, this is the match preview of our up-and-coming game on Saturday against Bournemouth. Now, I have recorded this on Tuesday morning, so if anything's happened between now and when it's released, I do apologise, but I'm away with work this week, so I've had to do it early and just to record it and get it out there. Apologies as well for not getting around to everybody's comments from the match review video. It's been a really busy few days. There has been a few people unsubscribed. I'm not sure if that's because I haven't replied to the comments or just because it was a defeat, but never mind. But on to Saturday then, Bournemouth. So looking to bounce back, like I say, from Fulham, really disappointing result. Really bad performance and lacklustre performance. I'm putting it down to the fact that we had quite a few people away on international duty and bit of a hangover from that, but no excuses. Fulham, with the better side, deserved to win the game, and we deserved exactly what we got, which was nout. But Bournemouth, managed by Andoni Iraola, done a fantastic job there. Took over in July 2023, managed 100 games, won 39, drew 25, lost 36, a win rate of 39%. And for the size of the club at Bournemouth they've done an absolutely amazing job in recent years. I think that the Vitality Stadium only holds about 11,300. So to kind of generate the income that they need to survive in the Premier League through, the model which is probably similar to ours, by buying players cheaper, developing them and then selling them on, has kind of stood them in good stead. They've been in the Premier League for the last 4 seasons, improving all the time. You can see there on the graphic there, they've finished 9th and 8th in the last 2 seasons, which is a fantastic achievement, like I said, for the size they are. They had 2 seasons away in the Championship when they got relegated, but they were in the Premier League 5 seasons before that as well. So, overall, in the last kind of 9-10 years, they've done absolutely amazingly well, and fair play to them. Now, I did tip them to struggle this season. I thought they would really struggle, considering they lost a host of players in the summer. If you look, they lost all these players, Zabani, Housen, Kirkes, Ouattara, Anthony, all them type of players. They lost almost all back line. But look at the money what they sold them for. 63 euros, 62 euros, nearly 50 euros for Kirkes, 40 euros for Ouattara. This is what I'm talking about the model where they're buying players, developing them and selling them on. And that's allowed them to reinvest the money in players this season. So they signed Bafuri Diakite, Jordi Petrovic, who of course we were looking after as the goalkeeper, Ben Doak from Liverpool, Amin Adlili, Virgilgo Milosad Salvjevic, I hope I said that right, DME, Adrian Trufer and Alex Jimenez. So they have kind of reinvested a lot of that money back in the squad, which is what it's all about, and it has kind of, stood them in good stead again. The start of the season strong this season. They were in the top 3 in the early parts of it. They're currently sat in 8th place on the same points as us and only behind us on goal difference. They've played 12, won 5, drew 4, lost 3, scored 19, conceded 20. So they were 19 points. Just that goal difference of -1 sees them below us. Having said that, they have struggled in the last 3 games. They lost 3-1 at Man City. They lost 4-0 at Villa, and then drew 2-2 at home against West Ham at the weekend, where I think they got a late penalty in the 81st minute to get that equaliser, and get that draw. So they have struggled in recent times, but they have got some good players. I need to about Antoine Semenyo, a prime example. The ex-loanee that was at Sunderland, he's gone on to have a fantastic career. I think he went to Bristol City, didn't he? Then he went to Bournemouth. He's now been tipped for a £100 million transfer to Liverpool. Unreal kind of progression, because when he was playing for us, I never saw that in a million years. Probably wasn't given a chance that much when we were in the League One days. We didn't really see that much of him, but dear me, what a player he is now. Marcos Senesi, another one defender, was probably the only defender what they kept out of that back four from last season. They managed to keep him in the summer, and they've got Ellie Junior Krupi, who they signed from Lorient in the summer, who's kind of hit the ground and done really well for them. Semenyo and Krupi have got 10 goals between them this season. Semenyo himself has got 6 goals and 3 assists in the first 12 games. So, you know, players like them are going to have to be watched, no doubt about it. They have struggled away from home this season, though. At this moment in time, they're currently 14th in the away form table. Played 6, won 1, drew 2, lost 3, scored 9, conceded 16, and only took 5 points away from home. So they'll be looking to bounce back from this poor run of form that they're in. But so will we. You know, we'll be looking to bounce back from that game against Fulham on Saturday. Like I've already said, it was a bad performance, and it felt like every one of the players looked jaded, looked lacklustre, and just looked tired. There was no energy. The amount of second balls that Fulham won was unbelievable. We never got to the pace of the game and thoroughly got what we deserved. So I'm putting that one behind us, but I'm hoping that, like we have done every game this season when we've lost, we've bounced back with a win. I'm hoping it's going to be the case at the weekend. But we're going to have to be much, much better. That's no doubt about it. We'll have to be much, much better than what we were. Now, is this a chance for Regis Lebris to make some changes? I said on Saturday that I would have went back to the back four. And I think we'll definitely do that on Saturday. I really, really think we have to go back to that back four. And this is the team that I would probably play at the weekend. It's probably similar to the team I would have played against Fulham. Robin Roof's in goal. If he's fit, of course, we did see that he was struggling in the last 15 minutes of the game on Saturday. Some kind of injury. But I'd have Roofs in goal. I'd have a back four of Nordy McQuillia, Dan Ballard, Omar Alderete and Ryan Aildo. In midfield, Xhaka and Siddiqui, with in front of that Talby, Enzo Lafayette and Wilson Isidore on the left hand side, and Brian Broby to come in for his first start. I just think Broby must be chomping at the bit. You know, his confidence must be sky high after getting that goal against Arsenal. Like I said, I would have given him a start against Fulham. Wasn't to be, but I am getting more and more nervous about this yellow card situation for Siddiqui and Granit Xhaka, because it looked on Saturday that especially Xhaka pulled out of a couple of tackles, you know, where he could have went in and he kind of did that, you know, and didn't tackle the player, which I was a little bit concerned about. And I'm getting more and more worried that we're going to lose one of them or two of them for the Mags game, which will just be fucking disastrous, to be fair. So, you know, I'm guessing, or I'm hoping, you never want to see anybody getting booked, but I'm hoping one of them gets booked on Saturday and the other one gets booked against Liverpool during the week. So fingers crossed that happens. Score predictions, you know, I think we'll have had a good week's training. I think Regis Lebris will have had a few stern words with him during this week, and I think the lads will be back on it. I'm hoping they're going to be back on it. Like I say, as Bournemouth are struggling away, they are conceding goals. I'm going to go for us to win. I'm going to go for Sunderland 3, Bournemouth 1 to get back to winning ways and get back on that win trail. Now, last week there was only 2 people predicted a loss. So Malcolm Hopkirk got 5 points for predicting the 1-0. Gary Dunn gets 2 points for predicting the 2-0. And that the scoreboard's kind of unchanged really. Tony Huntington still out in front on 17 points. You can see on there, Chris Carter, Jackson Elizabeth there, John Ruddock, Peter Smith, Alex Dixon, yours truly, Brian Green and Mark Aggie, Ray Knight, Steve SM68, Stuart Knight, David Jackson and Richard Waite make up your top 5. But get your score predictions in the comments below. Must be in this video to count, and you must be a subscriber. Don't forget to please like, share, subscribe and hype if you don't mind. And also, like I say, we are trying to get to 5k. I know I keep on bleating on about it at the end of every video, but the subscribers seem to be coming and going. You know, they're going up and they come back down. I think we were only 120 away this point last week. That's now gone down again. We've lost a few subscribers this week, so please hit the little black button. It's free, cost you out, and we'll try and get to that 5k mark. Watch out for the match review coming out after the game on Saturday, where hopefully we've bounced back and we're back with a win, back with 3 points, In the meantime, like I say, thanks for watching. Take it easy, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one. Ta-ra.
Sunderland's where we live and fight with pride.